Hello and welcome to the Hotkeys podcast, your shortcut to various opinions on all things pop culture. This is the episode for the week of February the 6th, 2021. I am your host for this week, David Parker, and joining me today is...
Landon Browning.
Wil Dobratz.
And
Mick. Mick.
And Mick.
Do I not get to say and?
Oh, do you want to say and?
Mick.
Mick Parker.
No.
Yes.
Mick. No,
Well,
it's not
Parker.
Mick Parker, it's Mick.
Here we are back again.
Mick.
After stop it.
Sound like hiccups or something.
Mick.
Mick.
Hey, where did that I don't know if we talked about this on the show. Where did that originate from, that nickname? Because you are Michael, and for the longest time you were always just Michael. Where did this other name come from, and why did you want to adopt it as your moniker?
I don't know. I think I got it when I was like 8.
But where did it come from? Like,
Mick.
I don't know. Isn't that just one of the nicknames for Michael?
I don't think it's
Mick?
super common as a nickname for anybody, but
What? Is it not?
I don't think so.
I just really like McDonald's, and so I just wanted a part of that.
McDonald's is so good. McDonald's gets too much hate. It's a great meal.
Their fries are good.
McDonald's is okay. It has its times where it's an okay thing, but I mean, I would say
It's like a 9 p.m. meal. Like you never
I don't know
go
about
for
that. I
it.
think
That's
it's
too
like
late.
Yeah, way too late.
That's
What?
I think
That's
McDonald's.
like when you're out with
getting
friends.
stuff on like the back burner at that point.
That's like when you're out with friends and it's like a 9 p.m. meal.
I like McDonald's, but I need something that I know is reliably going to be decent. I feel like other fast food places are kind of a toss-up.
I mean, McDonald's is reliably decent, as in like you always know it's C tier food. So, but like
it's
very
B.
rarely
it's B tier.
Oh no, but I mean,
So like
that's
you go to
okay.
Burger King and you wait 30 minutes in the drive-thru and you get like a cold sandwich, or you can go to McDonald's and you're out in 5 minutes and you get warm food.
What
that
Burger
tastes
King
good.
are you going to where you're waiting 30
Every
minutes?
single, almost every Burger King.
The one here on a street called Francis, it's like super slow.
Actually, I've gone to Burger Kings in different states. I went to one in Montana, I'm pretty sure, and it was like same thing.
I think
wait.
because they do like more like traditional cooking stuff, whereas McDonald's it's just like put it in a drawer and it heats it up. And then they pull it out and it's like
Their giant
heated.
industrial
Oh, yeah.
microwave.
We can solve this debate by just going to Wendy's, because Wendy's, we can all agree Wendy's is
Wendy's
far
is better.
superior
Wendy's.
to either of them.
Wendy's,
Like,
is Wendy's is B. I would say.
But
Wendy's,
see, I like
Wendy's
the
is B
amount
tier.
of fries that you get at McDonald's. Because
McDonald's.
I think they by far give you like the most fries.
No, dude. All I'm saying is that if Wendy,
you
like,
just
if
always
all
order
fast
more?
food,
Yeah, but then you have to order more.
But
I
you
feel
but at
like-
McDonald's you always get like 2 large fry anyway, so you're just getting like a
No, I
giant
don't.
amount
Whoa,
of fries.
You just
so
gotta accuse Mick of being a too large fry.
Jeez.
Like,
I mean, even if I were,
a heavy
I wouldn't be
accusation.
ashamed of
it's
it.
not an accusation. It's
But
just,
I'm
it's
not
what
there
happens.
yet. I don't get 2 large fries. Do you know how many fries that is?
Yeah, a lot of
I
fries.
could barely get through the 1 large fry without it like being cold at the very end.
I think
Like there's a very small window and like to eat the fries while they're still hot. If you wait like 5 minutes, then they're just like rocks.
Well,
It's over.
I'm not arguing.
yeah,
against that.
McDonald's half-life. The half-life on their fries is like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you have to eat them so fast.
that's a good way to put it.
But no,
just-
I don't. I want to go on record. I don't order 2 large fries.
I believe you.
Maybe you don't currently, but that was something that you did regularly.
No.
you just like
No,
throw.
like Dave just can't like accept this. I never did that. I never do that.
I mean,
And
I
that.
don't know why
And I
you're
never
rewriting.
will.
I don't know why you're rewriting history, but that's okay.
Me? You're the one that brought this up. You're the one that said
accusation.
I used to do
I
that.
didn't bring up
Fry.
McDonald's. I just wanted to know where your nickname came from.
You're the one that brought up me
Dave's like
previously ordering 2 large fries
fry
on
guy
time.
Mick. That's where the nickname came from.
Hey, fatso, you always order 2 large fries. You fatty McFat.
I didn't say that.
Basically did though.
if you had gone to another restaurant, like what other restaurant would you have wanted to go to influence your nickname?
Okay, my nickname is now King.
King.
Call me King from now on.
Yeah, call him.
No more Mick.
Okay, I'm gonna
Can I combine him and just
Michael.
call you Micking?
No, that sounds disgusting.
Yeah,
That sounds like what you do after you eat 2 large fries. Then you can't like hold it down anymore.
You go Micking.
You go Micking.
Okay, well, anyway.
I was just trying to out Dave
and-
as a Burger King supporter. But
Wait, me as a
I
Burger
do. I do think Burger King tastes better.
Mick and I like Burger King better than McDonald's.
Their burgers are like actual burgers.
Their burgers are better. I like their
I've
fries.
talked about this
I
so
like
many
their
times,
fries
though.
better.
So-
I think McDonald's really is like actually the bottom of the barrel fast food. Like that is C tier, and Burger King, depending on the time of day, it's C or it's C or B.
I don't think
flag.
so, dude. That's a
Wait, what about
bold
Jack in the
claim.
Box? Jack in the Box is way worse.
I don't know if I've gone Jack in the Box that much.
Jack in the Box is
It's
nasty.
trash. It's trash.
So where's
That
Taco
is-
Bell? Because Taco Bell is literally like the staple fast food.
I mean, don't they put like sand in their food?
What do you
and
mean the
stuff?
staple? How is it the staple?
No,
It's like the C tier, like it's the average.
It's about as true to Mexican food as you could get.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
just
I don't
like
know
Panda
what you're
Express
talking
is
about.
true to Chinese food.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's loaded with sugar and salt, so that's about as true as you can get.
I think Wendy's is the best.
I like Wendy's. It's hard to
Wendy's
go
is-
wrong with a trip to Wendy's.
I was having a crappy day on Thursday, and I kind of somewhat salvaged it by going to Wendy's and getting the bacon pub pretzel burger.
That burger's so good.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like a medium fry
Yeah.
and a medium strawberry.
2
lemonade.
large fries,
Yeah, don't-
large frosty.
You're just accusing everybody. Like you bunch of 2 large
Dave's
fries.
like, as long as I call everybody else fat, then nobody will think that I'm fat.
I only get a small fry and a water. I get a lukewarm water.
You get a lukewarm.
I take everything off of the burger
You're
and just
such a
eat the
poser,
lettuce.
Dave. You're such a poser.
I'll be honest. A lot of times I don't get a drink these days, but like on Thursday when I was having a bad day, I did get a drink and fries.
I don't get a drink
So-
because I would just usually have something at my house, and I'm cheap. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why would I spend so much money on a fast food drink if I have other things at
Yeah.
home?
Aren't
I can have
McDonald's
instead.
drinks like $1?
Yeah, but
I don't.
like,
Well, I
you
don't
can
eat at
get
McDonald's
your
that
free-
often.
Your soda
for
at
$5 or
home's 20
$6.
cents, like,
Yeah, it's 20 cents if you get a 12-pack or something like that.
Yeah, but you're right there. I mean, you might as well, right?
That's how they want you,
might
to
as
think.
well
That's
get
how
2
capital-
large
that's
drinks.
how
But I also go
capitalism-
shopping and can prepare for when I'm eating at home too. You know, kind of like the same reason that you buy food and then
Get
make
2 large drinks with their 2 large fries, and then dip them all in.
in the frosty.
Yeah.
On the side note of drinks, I've become a very huge fan of Diet Snapple, the peach flavor specifically.
I don't think I've ever had a Snapple ever in my entire life.
Snapple's
I'm good
really
with
good.
just
You really like
I'm
it?
good with just a plain Snapple.
No, the Diet Snapple's where it's at.
No.
Diet Snapple's weird. I like regular
Why?
Snapple
Why is Diet Snapple weird?
because it's diet. I'm not a big fan of diet drinks. I feel like you gotta
Yeah,
go
whoever-
big. Go big
okay.
or go
Whoever
home.
drinks diet drinks is just so weird. And
As
should
Michael
not.
Is
holds up
Fresca
his.
technically a diet drink? I think it.
I would
No,
say yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Because
actually.
Yeah, I love
it's,
Fresca.
it's technically like sugar-free, calorie-free, right? Made
Yeah,
with is
I
it made
love
with
Fresca.
Splenda or
I don't
arsenic or something?
I don't know.
Dave, you can't just make.
I
up
can't.
words.
I can't. I can't believe you drink something like Fresca, Landon. It's just
So good.
despicable.
Dude, Fresca's.
It's an exceptional carbonated
It is.
beverage.
But I want to know like the true meaning behind Fresca.
What
When
do
it
you
comes to
Like what it is, or the word, or
like,
You know.
yeah,
You know.
you know.
You know.
Anyway, so I
Doesn't-
think I got the
doesn't-
name Mick from
Fresca.
Fresca.
this is the longest intro to the podcast we've ever had. Okay, so this week, this week Landon had a his was it yearly inspection to his apartment.
No, well, I guess it would be like a bi-yearly inspection because
Because this is the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah, they left like a notice on my door, like, oh, we need to do an inspection of your apartment. I was like, I figured it like had to do with like my neighbors accusing me of like trash burning and like, you know, trying to kill them stuff. So, but then they showed up to inspect my apartment, and they walked in. They're like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, oh, good. And then like the inspection lasted, I'm not even joking, like less than a minute. They walked around, they checked under the sinks, they're like, okay, you're good, and then they left.
Did they take a sniff,
like-
like a good big sniff, to see if the downstairs people had had any idea what they were talking about?
I don't know. I mean, they were there so fast, like so fast. I was like, was this just a routine thing? They're like, yep, bye. I was like, okay.
Did they plant cameras so that they can watch you?
I don't think so. I mean, if they did, they were really quick about it.
And if
So-
they did, they're going to to be disappointed.
Keep an eye on them
and
at all
they're gonna
times.
they're actually gonna probably be like just more like really sad. Like they're like, all right, let's see what this creep's doing. They just like see me crying on the couch.
Did you keep an eye on them? Did you keep track of where they went?
Dude, it was so. I'm not like they literally just walked into the 2 bathrooms and then left. Like
Dude,
they,
check the tank.
Check the bathrooms.
They hit
Dude,
something in there.
no,
Drugs.
2 large
They're trying to
fries.
set you up.
Their shelf life has expired. So don't eat them.
It's gonna be starting to rot here pretty soon.
Ooh.
Deteriorate.
I don't want to gross Mick out because
I thought McDonald's food lasted forever. Like, wasn't there a study where they had like a 10-year-old cheeseburger that was like perfectly fine? It was just 10 years old.
I mean, it's a lot of preservatives, right? So I mean, I imagine
Yeah.
they probably last
so it
quite
like
a while.
doesn't. That's horrible.
But when we talk about good, it means tastes good.
I mean, I'm not gonna
It's
eat
not
it,
just-
but it looks like it's like only like a day old.
Yeah, but that's not good anymore. That's bad.
When you
Even though it
compare it
looks
to
good.
something that molds and grows,
But they're both
fungus.
bad.
But
would
bad
you
in
rather
completely
eat-
different ways. One's
I
like
would rather
moldy
eat
versus one
the
is just like,
10-year-old
it doesn't taste
cheeseburger
as
than
good as it
like
could have.
than
Yeah.
like a moldy ridden.
So what?
Something.
Yeah, what do you think's better, a week-old Burger King burger or a week-old McDonald's cheeseburger?
I probably wouldn't eat either one if it's
But
a
if you
week
had
old.
to,
If
you
I had to, I would do Burger King, of course.
all right.
I really don't even like anything at McDonald's that's bigger than the smallest patty. I don't like the taste of it. Like the quarter
You don't like the
pounders.
quarter pounder with cheese?
No, I do
That's
not
an
like.
exceptional sandwich.
I do not like those at all. I can eat the dollar ones, like those patties.
you
I
like
can
the
eat.
Big Mac?
Yeah, but those are the smaller patties. It's not the
Yeah.
quarter pounder patties.
Yeah.
How long has
Weird.
it been since you had a quarter pounder patty? Because they changed.
When did they change? It has
fresh,
been.
never frozen
It has
now.
been probably a couple years since I've had one of those.
It's
A
been
couple
while.
years ago, they switched to not frozen, never frozen kind of deal.
Are you wanting
Fresh,
me
never frozen.
to try it again? To like,
I think it'd be an
Probably
interesting
should.
podcast topic if you went to McDonald's. And
I can't
bought
think of a
quarter
more
pounder.
interesting. Here we are. We're like the Burger Keys podcast. We're all
We'll do
trying
it.
to
We'll do it on location podcast. We'll start at McDonald's and then drive over to Burger King.
Yeah,
We'll,
we'll do it
go to
live.
a nice park, and then we'll try both of them.
We're gonna see how
I
many
would-
French fries Michael can eat. We're gonna see how many quarter pounders I can eat. We're gonna see how much Fresca Landon can down, and then Will's gonna just
I want
Dude,
milkshakes.
Probably
I
no
want
more than
milkshakes
one
and
can.
Diet Snapple all mixed together.
We'll try to get our hands on a 10-year-old cheeseburger. from
Yeah,
somewhere.
that's what we need to
I-
do.
I-
We'll prepare for our episode 10 years from now. All right, let's we'll take a
That's
visit.
going to be the
Love fast
grossest
food.
time
I love
capsule ever.
Landon, can we borrow the back of your freezer for 10 years?
Sure. Oh, yeah. I don't think I'm going to be here in this apartment much longer. I think the end is nigh. Like, it's all coming down.
So
Season 2
so
of
we're gonna
Landon
have to
is coming
sneak
to a
back in.
close.
We're gonna have to sneak back in 10 years from now to ask for the burger.
Find the cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we grab this burger in the back
with
of your
our
fridge?
with our luck, somebody's gonna throw it out.
It's like a hockey puck
We'll
or something.
lock it up. We'll put a chain on it
Yeah.
and won't touch it.
A combination lock.
I mean, 10 years from now, it'd probably be like 20 plus tenants later. Like, we're just accusing them of throwing out a cheeseburger. They're like, please stop. Shut up. Just shut up. Where is it? Family's crying. Yeah.
Well, I hope it doesn't come to that because that would be super.
Cheeseburger.
That would be.
Mick.
Stop it.
Mick.
Okay.
Fresca.
To keep in line with Landon's
You can't silence
Landon's
me.
great stories, for this week, Landon, you went to the eye doctor. You're gonna get lasered. Are you excited?
Yeah. It's happening. It's finally happening. I went.
Now,
Where are you
got-
getting lasered?
You notoriously
In the eye?
have some of the best vision out of all of us, right?
Yes, I'm blind. Yeah. And I said, I'm tired of glasses. So I went to the eye doctor and they did a bunch of things. They did a bunch of random tests. They dilated my eyes. Which I hate getting my eyes dilated. We've all had them. Has everybody had their eyes dilated before?
Yeah, of course.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Well, it's weird because then you walk outside and you're like,
You're like, ah.
yeah, you need sunglasses because
Yeah.
you don't want to burn something back there.
But I did all the tests. I watched like a video where they talked about all the horrible things that can go wrong. They're like, oh, the odds aren't high, but you can have like, I'll do it anyway.
I mean, the most important thing they did is they left the office. They left you in there. They checked your credit, and they're like, all right, yep, he qualifies. Let's do this.
I'm paying cash, man. I'm paying cash.
You're just
credit.
throwing it down.
Yeah, they didn't even look at my like health insurance stuff. Like, 'cause I'm like, I
Do you
told
have
them,
it?
like, I probably.
Does it cover anything? Because I know that a lot of
I would
vision stuff
assume it
does
doesn't.
not cover LASIK.
I would assume LASIK not covered because it's
Dang.
like an elective surgery.
So after your knee surgery, you're plopping down for another big.
Yeah.
Medical
Procedure.
I
investment.
heard
huh?
one of the grossest parts about taking the surgery is you can smell your eye being like cut open and burned. You can
Yeah.
like smell what that smells like.
I can't wait.
Would you rather it smell like a McDonald's burger or a Burger King burger?
As long as it's not a 10-year-old cheeseburger.
We all know it would be a Wendy's burger smell for Landon.
I mean,
So anyway, Mick, I think I got
So
we're gonna go this whole podcast without actually answering where that name came from.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll go the rest of my life without that question being answered for me, Michael. So it is what
What
it
do you
is.
think I feel? I'm the one that has the name. I don't even remember.
I'm sure you know deep down inside.
Yeah, I just don't want to tell you.
So when is it happening then, Landon?
I'm gonna have the surgery done on February 18th.
Oh,
So-
that's soon.
Yeah, it is soon. I go in next Thursday for one last like pre-op thing, and then the next Thursday I have the surgery. So.
Did they tell you?
And then
about,
you're
like,
back
the
to work,
Halo?
and you're back to work on the next day, right?
No, I'm actually probably gonna take a week off. They said most people can go back to work after a few days, but
milk it.
well, they said like you just have to try not to get stuff in your eyes, and like with what I do for work, like I'm always kind of a dusty, gross. I'm like, I'll just take a week off.
So wait, do you have to like sit at home and wear swimming goggles for a week?
I don't know all the details.
Whipping goggles.
In
They
the
drop
video,
by
they
for
were saying,
another
like,
surprise inspection. Landon opens the door. He's wearing
like,
goggles.
Welcome to my home.
But
Come on in.
it sounds like the recovery process like fully is about a month before like you stop. Like you can have side effects of like you can see halos and stuff, or like your eyes will be extra dry, or weird things for like a month. So
I could not do this. Like,
Yeah, I
you're
think
so scared.
Yeah, it would creep me out.
anything about my eyes, like no one's around them.
Dude,
They're not allowed.
I'm a historically like paranoid and like hypochondriac, but I'm just like at this point I'm just like like you know,
Trust the science. Trust
yeah,
the
I'm
science.
I'm a man of science.
I'm a
like
man of
Will.
science, just like
I'm a man. I'm a man of eyeballs.
But
I
like
can handle
literally the only way it can go, like in my opinion, the only way that it's worse is if they literally blind me. And if that happens, then like, you know what?
You get a sue, right?
Well, no, I think you sign stuff that makes where you can't sue.
Don't sign it.
Oh yeah,
But
gotta love those
Sign
documents.
Brandon and then say, "Oh nope, wasn't me."
yeah. But if I'm blinded, then I can trade in all my fake problems that I have for like a set of real ones. So
Well, that's depressing.
What fake problems, Landon?
yeah, so laser surgery, yay. Like
Mick.
it'll be like 2 weeks from now, you guys be like, yeah, we're recording without Landon. He he can't see anymore and he couldn't find his way to his laptop this week. So
Well, the good thing is, I mean, this is new because we've been doing remote for a while, but Michael and Landon are actually sitting in the same room together for the
No, we're
first
not.
time.
You can't prove it.
doing
you can't
the-
you can't prove that. We're not together.
and
They're,
just-
they're more than 6 feet apart. Don't worry.
oh yeah, oops, yeah,
Yeah.
How come you guys aren't wearing masks?
This is
No,
this
we're
is-
wearing masks.
This is forced perspective.
Yeah,
and it's really.
But yeah, we're slowly getting back together, recording in person.
Let's get together. Yeah, yeah.
Will,
yeah.
how come you weren't able to make it today?
Oh, I just had some schoolwork that I needed
Lazy.
to finish up.
Lazy.
He didn't want to.
coward.
Excel
He doesn't
tables
like us.
and-
He hates us.
How
Okay,
come you?
well,
No,
I guess that's
not
true.
Will. Dave, how come you didn't make it?
Yeah,
over
dude,
here?
you like live right down the street.
Calling out Will like that, big jerk.
I'm too far away.
Idiot.
I'm lazy, just
Fresca.
like Fresca. I'm lazy, just like Landon is. I mean, just like Will is. So I
What?
can't make it. I do miss the days of us all sitting around a table together and
Why don't you
recording.
move back?
Maybe one day the gang can get back together again.
Yeah.
Like what's stopping you from just being with the boys for an extended period of time?
My life? What? What do you mean? Everything?
But why don't you just drop everything? Quit your job, quit your wife, quit everything.
Quit.
Just come on over.
I don't know.
Just come back.
No, that doesn't sound fun.
Landon can be your new wife.
No, I'm good. No, I'll pass. He prefers McDonald's.
Landon's like, I hope I go blind now.
yeah. He prefers McDonald's. I can't be with someone that prefers
What does Bree prefer?
Burger King.
Okay.
Did you make her prefer Burger King? You change her mind. You're like, no more McDonald's.
That's a horrible mental image of just like someone force feeding Burger King. Someone, you're gonna like this.
You keep doing like interviews with her. You're like, so do you want a Whopper or a Big Mac? She's like, a Big Mac. You're like,
Start over.
run it again.
Yeah.
She's like tied to a chair, like
Amazon-
a flashing Burger King.
Amazon had a really good deal on shock collars, so you know.
That's for something else. Though.
Anyway,
Whoa.
so Landon, we're excited for you for your eyes because you historically have had not great vision, and
Your glasses are literally like.
as someone that
thick.
wears glasses, and Will who wears glasses, and Mick actually, you wear glasses too, don't you? Not for as long as the rest of us have, but
No.
if I did not
I
have
wear them mainly to like cover up some of my face.
Oh.
That's why I'm wearing sunglasses right now.
if I could not wear glasses easily, then I would not wear them. So, you know, I'm
that's
excited
why-
for you. I'm excited for you because you have way worse vision than I do. So, like, you need...
I can't. So just sitting where I am, like without my glasses, I can't recognize anybody on the Zoom call on the computer. Like it's just complete blurs and this is like 2 feet away from the camera.
That's
So.
that's no good. That's no bueno.
Yeah. The lady doing the eye test was like doing the test, like she would get like 5 feet away from me and she'd hold up fingers and then it'd get closer and closer and I could only
And you
tell,
go,
like, how
"Where'd you
many
go?
fingers she was
Hello?"
holding up. Yeah, I'm like no,
Don't leave me alone.
So like, and this is maybe like sad to say, but like if the surgery works, and it probably will, like I'll probably like be borderline in tears with how happy it'll make me because
Wait, why is that a bad thing?
vision? Like it's not. It's just how happy I'll be. Like just the little things.
They're like,
'cause,
no, don't
can't
cry.
cry.
No, it's gonna ruin
I
them.
can't cry. Yeah, what if
They
I
like
I can't
cauterize your tear
I can't
ducts.
feel like emotion. Like you didn't read
Something
that
went
before?
wrong.
like why I can't feel.
We had to remove the emotion part of your brain. That's part of the surgery.
You'll never feel sadness again, so you won't be freaking out. You won't be afraid. You won't be anything.
Dude, no.
You'll just be Landon,
Yeah.
the robot.
Yeah.
Sounds like
You'll be exactly
so
like
good.
Data.
sounds like a
from
frontal
Star Trek: The
lobotomy
Next
or
Generation.
something. Like
Yeah.
Landon suddenly is just like super passive and just has no kind of reaction
Emotion,
to things
none.
or no emotion. Ooh, those are scary.
I saw-
Like, have you
I
guys
saw
seen and heard stuff
My
about?
GameStop shares at $400. I'm like, all right, cool, made some money.
It's it's back
But,
down to
so-
$20, and you're like, it's okay. It's the way life is,
Yeah, it's fine, whatever, man. Buy the dip.
Oh yeah. GameStop is
But-
they've dipped where they're pretty low now, right? Will?
Yeah, but yeah, the little thing. I think the little one thing I'm super excited about having good vision is like I've been cooking way more, and the fact that I won't have to wash my glasses after every time I cook something on like the stovetop.
Oh, because you don't get like the splashes of.
Yeah, the splashes of grease.
Of grease
Like
and
I
stuff
literally
on your-
can't
yeah.
cook a meal without be like, all right, I'm done cooking. I guess I'll wash my glasses before I eat now. Like that's gonna be gone. The waking up and like stumbling around scared in the dark trying to find my glasses, like the.
But you'll have to wash your
in the
face after
dark.
you cook.
But that's easier. I feel like I'll just like take like a wet, paper towel or something, and like
What if you get like hot
I don't
grease in your eye?
I get blinded. It's like my first day. I
can see.
First days without glasses, like an arc flash happens at work and like blinds me. I'm like, ah.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, you guys would laugh, right? Like it'd be kind of
What
funny.
if you go
No,
blind?
I would cry for you, dude. I would
talking
cry
about?
for you. That'd be so
Oh, man,
depressing.
that's sweet. But like, it'd be kind of funny. Like but what? Like,
Landon's the only one that thinks it's gonna be funny.
I mean,
Like,
come on, guys, it's funny. Like,
You're like, come on,
look, I'm
laugh,
blind,
laugh
please.
with me. You're telling us laugh with you as you think you're in the PlayStation party with us, but you're actually
like I'm
by
I'm just in the
yourself
corner of my
But yeah.
apartment. Like,
Landon, do you laugh at your own pain and suffering?
Oh yeah, yeah, I do. Like I find like some things amusing, like
Why?
happen to me, because that's a coping mechanism.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. I feel like we can all relate to that. at
I'm
some
like,
point.
haha, look, like I'll never be loved. Like, isn't it funny? Like,
Landon, you should just make a dating site.
just gotta be a only person people can swipe on. It's just Landon over and over.
Over and over again.
Landon, age 22. Landon, age 23. Landon,
I'm
age
23.
23.
Well, that sounds like a depressing dating site.
Yeah, 'cause
Not
I'm
for
the
Landon.
only-
No, but if it doesn't work, I mean, how much would that? I feel like that would really.
There's literally one choice, and nobody's still
They're kind of glitching out on me.
nobody's swiping.
Are they glitching out on you, Will?
Isn't it funny?
It's over.
Sorry, you guys are.
Isn't it
You guys
funny?
are glitching
Isn't it
out for
Mick,
Will and me.
funny?
Mick,
Let's take
Mick,
a pause.
Mick.
Take a pause.
Isn't it funny?
Mick,
Yeah, it's okay.
Landon.
Will,
Landon,
so
23.
Will, you
Landon, 23.
Will, you've been playing.
Are we back?
Will, you've been playing Resident Evil 2. How have you been enjoying that so far?
I really enjoy Resident Evil 2. I
Still don't.
never thought.
I don't know.
You guys are
We're
back.
back.
We're back! Yeah.
Let Will talk.
Dave, can you just re-ask the question?
Re-ask, Dave.
So
Will, have you been
playing
playing Resident Evil 2? How's that been
Yes,
going?
I have been playing Resident Evil 2, and it's the 2019 remake, and it's not the original.
Is this on PlayStation or PC?
It's on PC. I'm playing it on PC, but it's also on PlayStation.
So you're saying
And-
PC is better than PlayStation?
Yes, which we will get to in a second.
Oh,
But
okay.
first, I want to finish saying what I want to say about Resident Evil 2.
You play
It's-
Claire or Leon?
I played Leon first, then I'm going to play Claire next.
Leon's the guy like this, right? Like the
Yeah,
hair.
he's got like the half emo haircut, and
Yeah.
The guy that's on the
like,
front
when
of the box of
I'm-
Resident Evil 4 is Leon.
yes,
When did-
yes,
yeah,
Resident
when
Evil
did-
2, 4, and 6.
When did 2 come out originally?
2, I think, was 1998.
33.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
Let me
just saying
Google this
19
really
at the front of it
quickly.
like really puts it into perspective.
Yeah,
You're like,
right.
oh,
19. Oh.
it's an old
makes you
game.
feel
We know
old.
that.
Dave, do you feel old?
Sometimes.
January 1998.
Oh my.
Dang.
So that was before I was born. It came out before I was born.
I was like,
You
I was
child.
3.
I know.
How old were you, Dave? There.
In 98, I would have been 6.
Yeah, I was
You were 4.
not
probably?
6.
I would have
Um,
been like 6 months, screaming and crying.
okay, so
child.
have you beaten it yet, Will, or are you
So
still?
I've beaten, I think, about half the game. So it's separated into 4 stories, and 2 of them are kind of the main story. There's kind of 2 different ways to do the main story. Play Leon first, then Claire, or play Claire first and then Leon. And
Wang.
I played Leon first. I finished his story, and then I'm going to play Claire's story, and hopefully I'll finish that. But I'm really enjoying it because it's a Zelda game, but with zombies.
That sounds fun. I mean,
No, it's really fun, and because there's a bunch of different rooms, and you have to figure out ways to go through every single area. There's a map, and it's basically one big Zelda dungeon.
do you find the master shotgun and you can use it to destroy the
It
the
never
zombie
breaks.
Dun,
enemies?
dun, dun, dun.
Unlimited
yeah.
ammo.
I was really liking the game until the scary man showed up, and I
Till
stopped
Mr.
playing.
X.
Oh, is that the
Oh
game?
my
Is that
gosh.
this game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Yeah, I quit playing. I was in a party with a bunch of people I was playing, and like Mr. X showed up, and I just like ran back to the save room, saved, and then like quit the game. I never booted it back up again. I was like, yeah, all right. And I played scarier games than that though, but for whatever reason, I was like, I climbed up the ladder. I'm like, oh, he probably can't follow me, and then like he climbed up the ladder. I was like, oh,
You're like, okay, I'm done.
Like,
I'm gonna play
The-
Stardew Valley now.
in the background,
I'm
you'll
done for now.
constantly while you're walking around the police station, in the background you'll constantly hear like boots slamming on the ground, and if you take too long in a certain area, it'll get closer and closer and closer, and
That
he'll
sounds-
show up sometimes
that
and
sounds
just
terrifying.
bash through walls and follow you. It's so nerve wracking.
See, like, what happens when he gets to you? Does he like give you?
Oh,
a
he
big hug?
grabs your face and he throws you on the ground and takes a bit of your health.
Is this first person or?
Third person.
Oh,
See, I like first person better. Like Resident Evil 7, I like the first person camera like more.
You beat Resident
That's
Evil
just me.
7, right?
Yeah, I love that game.
And then
It's
Will, you
dope.
did too, right?
Yes.
Okay, I started that
Resident Evil
game. I will get back to it probably soon. Once
that
I'm,
like
once I'm
the-
done playing with WoW, and then I'll
The
get
zombie
back into
hillbilly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one
Yeah.
looked creepy.
It's
Yeah,
so
we're,
cool.
we're not sponsored by Capcom, but there's a really good bundle on Steam right now, Dave. It's $80 for the 8th Resident Evil and the 7th
Just put in
Resident
the
Evil.
discount code HOTKYS.
However, we are sponsored by McDonald's
Yeah.
and Burger King.
Mick. Use
Yeah,
code
use
Mick.
code Mick for free 2 large fries.
Yeah,
It's
we-
Resident Evil 8 is probably my most anticipated game this year.
Is that the Village one?
Yeah.
It looks really creepy, but it looks really cool too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
I probably will play that after I play 7. But
I actually probably will replay through 7 soon.
Yeah,
That game's off. I like how long that game is too. It's like it's a real short, like 8-hour game.
Oh, you made it sound like it was long.
I guess I'm in the length. I guess
I
I'm
love
in the
how
length.
long it is. It's
well,
really
I
short.
feel like we knew because Landon has in the past he's switched more to saying how he likes tighter games than he does longer games. So when he said the length, I was pretty sure he meant it was short.
Yeah, it doesn't outstay its welcome. Like it's just a really well paced.
I think both types of games, like really long games and really short games, they both have. I feel like certain genres do them better, if that makes sense. So, like a horror game, I don't want to be a 100-hour journey.
Yeah.
But I want my RPGs to be 100 hours, 120 hours.
What about
so
your
I can really
third-person
get that feeling.
survival games where you play 2 different characters? And you switch halfway
25 hours, 30 hours is way too much. I prefer it to be around 11 or 12. If the story's done well, and maybe I don't mind it going to 15 or 20, but when the story's not done very well and kind of fails to hit the mark on a lot of things, it really does prefer to be around 10.
Stop.
That's
Stop what?
Good insight, Will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Will.
Will, you need to play. You should play The Evil Within.
Yes, that
game.
I want to play that. I want to play Alien Isolation and a couple others.
I will say The Evil Within is the scariest game I've ever played.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, it's horrifying.
it's scary.
There's some sequences in the game where like you're shaking. Like I was like shaking. Like you're like because it's like a linear like game, but like there's some segments where like things happen. Like you're just having to run. There's this like creature that chases you at one point. It's like this like spider lady, and she's so terrifying. Ugh.
Oh gosh.
Did you
Have
like
ever
her?
play the sequel?
I got the sequel and I played a little bit of it, but it went from the first one was like very linear, which I liked, and the second one kind of went to like semi-open world, which I did not like for an open world game or for a horror game. Like it didn't fit as well. So I didn't beat it. But the first one is really good. It's
I'm
so
trying to
messed
think
up.
the scariest game I've ever played. There were some elements of the first.
Was it that Jumpstart one on the haunted?
Yeah,
island?
Jumpstart 4th grade was the scariest game I've ever played. You know, when you're trying to learn math by going through that maze. Oh man, so creepy. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have played those games before, but
Clue.
the
I remember and it's like creepy looking.
yeah I mean, so if you were a sad homeschool kid like Michael or Landon or me, then you probably did some of your learning on the computer with CD-ROMs.
Almost all of it. Yeah.
And one of them were the name of the I guess series was Jumpstart, and
Jump, start first grade. Jump,
yeah, and
jump.
and so there was like ones dedicated to grades, and some of them were actually pretty fun games as well as being really good learning tools. The 3rd grade and the 4th grade game were both really fun. The 4th grade,
What was the robot?
that was the 3rd grade. The 3rd grade
Okay,
one was
yeah.
you're
Like Robot Mountain or something?
yeah, you're trying to like save all these robots on this robot mountain. That one was my favorite one. That I think might be the first video game I technically beat.
Ooh, impressive.
Beat 3rd grade.
And I learned a lot about math and science and stuff from that game.
You
so
beat
that
it
was-
in like 8th grade.
so that was-
like, I did it.
Yeah,
It
finally,
made Dave the man of science.
addition.
Like me.
Yeah, those.
But the fourth grade game,
those
was
educational games were awesome.
there were some that were fun, some were really stupid. But the fourth grade Jumpstart game was actually like a horror game where all these children that are transformed by a witch into these monsters.
Yeah, that freaked me out. I couldn't play that one.
Yeah. So like
scary.
like you turn into like all these kids turn into werewolves and mummies and zombies and stuff, and it's intended for fourth grade kids. And
but it'll freak you out now.
It freaked Mick out, and he never wanted to play it. And my mom never was like that excited about us using it. But it was actually kind of a fun game. It was creepy when you were a little kid playing it. But maybe that was the scariest game, Mick. Maybe you're right.
I think so.
That or Dead Space. There's some elements in Dead Space that are kind of creepy, especially if you're playing at night by yourself with headphones on.
Spooky.
And you think Bree's out of the room, and then she steps in and grabs your shoulder, and you're like, ah! Necromorph! Anyway, so I cut off her arms and her legs with the buzz gun.
The plasma cutter. The buzz gun.
I forgot what it's called. Will, have you played any more of that? I know you started at some point.
No, what happened was my game kind of glitched out, and I lost some progress, and I never got the motivation to do some.
Oh, bummer.
To go back to it, but I'll try it out once I'm done with Resident Evil 2. It kind of Resident Evil 2 really and Resident Evil 7 really sparked a want for some really good survival horror games. So I'm sure I'll go through it at some point again.
Cool. Because I recently played the first game, and then I played the second game a long time ago, and I started that, but I didn't beat it yet. I'll probably get back into it. It's a fun game. I really liked Dead Space 2. It's less linear than the first game. So, I know that was one of your gripes with the first one.
Yeah.
But okay, so Resident Evil, getting into those. The 8th one is coming out this year, so that should be fun if we ever get PS5s.
Coming to PS4 as well. So,
are you gonna play it on PS4 then, or are you gonna?
We don't know.
The other thing you could do, Landon, is you could play it on the computer.
But I don't have a gaming PC, Dave.
Well, that's weird. Will, you and I have gaming PCs that we can use to play Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Man, it would be cool if
I really thought about it, Mick would be like from some...
Derailed segue. Yes, yeah.
Mick thought for a second. He's like, this conversation isn't interesting to me. Let me change the subject.
It's the joke. Like, you'll never talk about PC gaming argument thing.
So, Will, if you wanted to try to talk Landon into getting a computer, like, what would you have to tell him? Because
I already have a laptop
we're talking to him.
that works really well.
I think.
Well, you have a laptop that works okay for some of the things you need to do, like do the podcast. But if you wanted to play Resident Evil 8, is your laptop that I think came out in 2012 or 11 going to play that game?
Dude, I bet she runs it. I bet she shuds a little bit,
so.
but I bet she runs it.
Resident Evil 8? A game coming out this year in 2021? I don't think so. Laptops...
You can't even run it on low.
Laptops notoriously don't scale well. Also because you can't easily upgrade the hardware in a laptop. Yeah. So, I mean, you could just play it on PlayStation. Just play it on PlayStation, but
it's probably not going to run great on PlayStation 4.
I'll probably just get on PS5 when I can find a PS5 in 2023. So.
Do you think? Yeah. Do you think it's coming out in May, dude? I wouldn't want to wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty patient.
Here's the one thing I'll say about the PC console debate. So, what's the most frustrating thing about your PS4 right now?
It's slow.
Yeah. So imagine if you could take that. So imagine if you could take that PS4, take a part out that is causing issues, put a new part in that you've bought, and it works way better. That you don't have to buy an entirely new console that is new and very hard to find.
I can't imagine that. My brain can't do it. Can you do it for me? boring.
I don't want Landon to have a computer.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, he doesn't deserve to be
He
part
doesn't
of
deserve
PC
to be part
gang.
of PC.
Dude, I think if I got a computer, I'd probably just like get like really nerdy. Like,
You're already really
Strategy.
nerdy. You're talking about
But,
chess last week, like talk about openers and
Dude.
closings and stuff, and like
dude,
how you're
the chess. Like, chess is all I really care about. Like,
you care about so many other things.
friend of the show Brandon just made his turn against me, so like super excited to like see what he did.
Landon's checking out. Like he's like, all I care about is chess. And Mick's trying to like figure out how he can get the Mick conversation back into the fold. And Will and
move in chess called Mick.
Yeah.
Will and
It's
I
where you take 2 large fries from McDonald's and you throw them across the
You
board.
pour it on the board and confuse your opponent.
It's like a missile strike. Like,
I call upon Mick.
checkmate.
Mick, you don't like chess, right? I think you.
I never said that.
In the past, you haven't liked
No.
chess, right?
I just never got into it.
I'll be honest. I think Mick would probably like chess more than a lot of board games.
I like
More than checkers?
No, I don't dislike chess. I just never like got into it. I could see myself getting into it.
Yeah, I've been falling back in love with it, like hardcore, like to the point where I'm like at work and I'm like in my van just playing games of chess. Like before I go and like do my job, like I just sit on like play like a quick 20-minute game of chess. I'm like like I guess I'll go do some work now.
See, I mean, like
It's bad.
That's a nerdy thing, Landon. That's my
Dude,
point.
it's a gentleman's game. It's a gentleman's game. I just love like it's a complicated game, but like it's really simple. Like all the moves are simple. There's no like Dave can't be like, oh, here's the secret rule that I'll like throw in at the last minute. Like I know all the rules. Like there's no surprises. Like
we all know about Mick now. So
yeah,
you
we don't know about the mix.
can't surprise us with
It's
that.
easy to counter if you know about the move. Like you just go to Burger King instead before you play chess. And the fries are too cold and hard to like come out of the container. They're like stuck to it. They're like,
Playing chess on a computer is way more fun than playing chess on a phone, though.
I doubt it. I bet it's
No,
the
you know,
same.
no, because playing Warlight on my computer is way more
Warlight's a dumb game though.
way better
Why
to play
is
on a
much
computer.
better?
Why is
It's
playing
so
chess
much better.
Why is playing chess on a computer better than playing on a phone?
Because you can use a mouse and you can make it look
Dude,
bigger.
chess is
and-
it's
You don't
super
have to
easy
go-
on your phone. Like
yeah.
You
If
have to go
I don't have to
click,
use a
click, click,
touch
click,
screen for like for games,
Dude, chess is so-
Why
avoid
are you
that.
hating, Landon? Why are you hating? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I get Warlight being easier on the computer, but like a dumb game.
Oh, now
It's
chess
bad
is a
compared-
dumb game.
No,
No, I said
Are you gonna
Warlight. I
say?
said Warlight's a dumb game. Like
No,
so, yeah. of course.
no.
So
I said
only
Warlight's
dumb
dumb.
games are better on a computer? Like, I don't understand what you're saying.
The board is so much bigger in Warlight. It's like a board in chess is what like I don't even know how many spaces it is.
64.
But okay,
It's 8 by 8.
64. Stop.
So Landon
Grandmaster
loves chess,
Landon.
but he doesn't even know how many spaces are on the board.
Stop.
I like the horsies. They can jump.
Landon's now counting out the
Horses
spaces.
go L.
Yeah, they go L. Horses go L.
I mean, I feel like you're not receptive to the PC argument, but that's okay. Like,
It's just
like
it's a lot of money.
another day.
It's a lot of money.
It's really
Like,
not. When,
if I
when you
didn't-
cons-
It's
when you
really
consider-
not when you consider what profession you're in.
Also, when you
Stop.
consider how like the longevity of a computer and all
Yes.
the things that you can use it for, it's more than
And
just something that you play chess on, or more that you just like use to
capacities-
browse the internet or check emails or play games. There's so many other things.
The
It's like a
capacities.
tool.
Yeah, the capacities for upgrades too.
Not a
are
toy,
just-
it's a tool.
If I want to get a better graphics card, I only have to drop like $200, $300 to get a high-end graphics card, and I'm set for a long time.
I already play so many video games though, so like having a computer, like
So just-
when I already.
I play
So
most of my
you-
video games now on my PC instead of my PS4.
So I should just abandon my trophies. You want me
No.
to just leave the trophies behind?
Hey, Landon, you have said you've gone on the record saying that you wish you couldn't care about trophies. The thing that makes it easier for me to
But
not care
I
about trophies
do.
is-
But I do care about them.
I mean,
That's the
like,
point. I do care about the
certain
trophies.
games, the thing is you play a lot of games that are better on a computer. Like playing RPGs is much
I don't
better.
like RPGs.
But what?
Dude.
I can't,
Dude, I don't like RPGs.
Landon, Mr.
man.
The
Like,
Witcher 3 is the best game of all
dude,
time,
like,
Browning.
No, Red Dead.
Red Dead also would probably be better on the computer.
Yeah, Red Dead's better on PC.
Dude, I bet I bet Arthur Morgan disagrees with you. I bet he says Red Dead's
this
better.
contraption?
Yeah.
But he's like totally okay with the PS4.
Yeah,
I like
Arthur
the way the
Morgan
controller fits in
prefers
my hand.
controller. Yeah. It's a little bit more like a gun as opposed to mouse and keyboard. Like, you really think?
Play with the joystick.
Oh yeah, Mick and I used to play. We would play basically third-person adventure games with a joystick. So like the Lord of the Rings game, we're using the joystick, and then we have the buttons on there to do stuff. We got really good at doing that though, and actually we liked the joystick so much that we would basically fight by who got to use the joystick instead of who used the controller that we would plug in, because we had a controller that could plug in to the computer. We had the keyboard and mouse, and then we had the joystick. And Mick and I both were like, we both wanted the joystick.
If I played on a PC, I would probably play most games still with a controller.
I mean, there are certain, I would say there's some games you probably still would want to play with a controller, but I think like
third-person games mostly. But
certain like RPGs, when I played The Witcher on the PS4, I love the game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I was thinking though, as I was playing, I was like, there's certain things with this. I think it might be better with a keyboard and mouse. And then I played it with
inventory management, like.
I would say even things like certain things with combat and stuff. But like any type of inventory management, all the things with the menus and stuff. When I played it on the computer, it was night and day, and it looks way more beautiful on a computer. The Witcher 3 with ultra settings on PC is
optimized.
Is
for
gorgeous,
PC.
and like the high frame rate too. All
right, maybe I'll get one eventually, but like my list of priority, like it's like pretty low down on the like tier list of things I'm gonna get. Maybe like once I like
that's
have
fair.
a house, I have like a nice like man office that I can like have set up like
man
doing, like,
office,
like man stuff. Like maybe I'll put a piece.
Well, maybe he should wait until after his LASIK.
Yeah,
if it goes
I'm
blind,
like I'm not gonna need one. Like,
do they have monitors that work in Braille? You can just like touch the screen.
Oh my gosh! Oh, the graphics! Oh my gosh!
I think about going blind every once in a while, and how much that would be depressing, because there was so many games and stuff you just couldn't play anymore. You couldn't read a book, couldn't drive a car.
You could read Braille, like book Braille.
Dude, I probably wouldn't learn. Like,
I would probably try to learn, because I mean, could you imagine?
What else would you do?
I mean, let's be honest. Like, we all know what we do if we went blind.
Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you? I might have to cut that out.
I would cut that out if I were you.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, the big. So, coming on the heels of last week's episode, where we ragged on WandaVision and spoilers and stuff, we actually had a really good episode of WandaVision that I would say had a very big spoiler in it. If we want to talk about WandaVision, have all of us caught up on episode 5 of WandaVision?
I have caught up.
I have.
Okay. We will now be spoiling.
I didn't watch the last couple minutes though. I kind of
it's
zoned
okay.
out.
Yeah. As long as you got as long as you saw the first 5 minutes of the episode, then you're good. So we are going to spoil episode 5 of WandaVision. Michael, would you like to go ahead and do the honors? Give us a breakdown.
My name's Mick. Oh, brought it back around.
I hate this.
What did you ask?
Can you give us a breakdown? Give us a breakdown of the episode, and then I want you to give us the spoiler.
Okay, yeah. So last week introduced the outside world outside of Westview. So you saw Monica Rambeau's side of things outside of Westview. So this episode, it went back and forth between Westview and then outside of Westview. So inside of Westview now takes place in like the 80s. So I think it was like Family Ties or something. I'm not really expert on
not the
80s
Cosby
sitcoms,
Show.
So
I think they'd probably be distancing themselves from that. So, but there also, since we didn't talk about episode 4, there was the Thor doctor and then
Pat Dennings.
yeah, Kat Dennings' character, and then the Agent Wu from
Jimmy
Ant-Man.
Woo. I love Jimmy Woo.
I
He's
really
so
You notice
Yeah, I
that
like
he
him a lot.
that he mastered the magic trick with the thing he was trying to learn in
the card
Ant-Man
from
and the Wasp.
Ant-Man. Yeah, he just pulls out the card so easily. I love Jimmy. He's my favorite character.
I need to still watch Ant-Man.
You haven't seen Ant-Man?
No, or the second one.
Oh wow,
They're fun movies.
Ant-Man the Wasp. Jimmy Woo's in that, so that if you really like the FBI
I like
agent,
him. He's cool.
He's
Asian
a
Jim?
character in that one. Asian Jim.
Who do you like better?
That is
Landon?
true.
The Jimmy Woo, the Randall Park's character, or Kat Dennings' character?
I like certain things. Like there's certain things about each character that I like. Like there's certain aspects.
I mean, we beat up on Will last week, so we'll beat up on you this week.
I like her. She's cool.
She hasn't been in the MCU since the second.
Not since
Thor
second
movie,
Thor, yeah, because she wasn't in the
which
third one.
came out in 2013, I think.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
It's been a while. Anyway, so this episode bounced back and forth between inside Westview, outside, and Vision in the whole episode, I think, is slowly starting to figure out things. So he's like awakening. What's his name?
His coworker.
Who's was the communist. Norm. Yeah, Norm.
Norm's a communist.
Norm's a communist. So he like awakened him for a second, and Norm was like back to normal and like realized what was happening, and he was like freaking out about his like sister and family and stuff, and but then for some reason Vision like put him back to normal. So I don't know.
He's like, I don't want to
Really,
deal with this crap right now.
Yeah, you're annoying. Go back to
They're really glitching out.
mine. And so he like,
Wait, just a second.
Wanda's children.
Just a second. You guys glitched out a bit. Can you go back to right when Norm goes back to normal?
Your internet's unstable.
Yeah.
Don't hate.
Your downstairs neighbors are probably
good?
chewing on the cables, so.
Dude, probably.
Chewing on the cables.
That'll keep the smoke from coming down.
Honey, hand me my dentures so I can chew on
They're gumming
upstairs
it.
neighbors.
Oh,
Dude, honestly, they're probably crawling on the ceiling right now, like listening.
Ah. So it's a creepy image. Okay, Mick, sorry.
Am I good?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. So Norm, yeah. So Vision, like fixed Norm's brain. He realized what was going on, and then Vision turned him back to '80s sitcom Norm. But this whole episode, the twins, the children that Wanda gave birth to, they're like fast aging. So that you see them at like, I don't know, like
basically
Babies, and then
babies, then they're like 5, and then later in the episode they get to like
they age up to
10 or something.
Yeah, because she says you can have a dog when you're 10. But other thing is like another thing. Twins are important to her because she is a twin, and she has a twin or had a twin who died, and they've been talking about him the last like couple episodes as well.
Yeah, so it's kind of been throwing out that maybe something will happen with that character.
Yeah.
So that character was played by Aaron Taylor Johnson in Age of Ultron, who, spoiler alert, died in that movie.
Oh,
saving Hawkeye.
not fast
Didn't
enough.
see that coming. One of the stupidest deaths in the Marvel movies. Anyway, so he died. So yeah, there's like little things thrown out in the previous episodes that she was a twin, that Pietro was her brother, and so at the end of the episode, this episode 5, Vision is like freaking out, like, he's like, I don't know what's happening, like, why are you controlling everything? Don't lie to me, blah blah blah, because it's kind of, I still think there's something else going on, but it's been revealed that Wanda is doing everything. That there is a security image of her breaking into this facility, stealing Vision's
Torso,
dead body
basically.
from
body.
Avengers Infinity War, which actually I heard was supposed to be like a an end credit scene from Endgame
Oh,
that they ended up cutting
I'm glad they
and
cut
put it
that.
back into WandaVision, which is pretty cool. So yeah, they're like arguing, Vision's like freaking out, and then the doorbell rings. Wanda goes over to the doorbell, or to the door, opens it up. You see from the back of the person's head that it's like white silvery hair, which Quicksilver had in Age of Ultron. So automatically you think, oh, it's Peter or Pietro, and then it shows from the front view of the person, and it's Quicksilver, but it's Quicksilver from the Fox mutant universe. Evan Peters,
who's a much more his version of Quicksilver.
I think more popular, and he was in multiple movies.
And not only that, but like in the movies he was in, I think like if we had talked about this when the other movies came out in some of our backlog episodes, but he was the highlight of pretty much every X-Men movie, because some of those, especially like Apocalypse, was not a good movie. And but every portion that he was in, because especially in that first one, he kind of had just like that little bit part, and then he had the other thing that happened in the second movie with the mansion. Like those were the most fun parts of those movies. Like not only was he a great character there, but in those movies, I thought, for me at least, he was kind of, I think, the best part of those movies alone. So when they showed his face, like for half a second, I was a little confused, because I was like, oh, that's not like, oh, they recast him.
Well, Kat Denning's character is watching this happen, and she's like, "What? They recast him?" Like, still like in the TV universe, which is kind of funny. But this happening opens up like a ton of new things. Like, so for those who don't know, Fox, previous to their being bought by Disney, they made all of the X-Men movies, all of the Fantastic Four movies. So Evan Peters' Quicksilver was in all of those X-Men movies. Now that Disney owns them, they can do whatever they want with those characters, but they are seemingly bringing over some elements from those movies, like this
and
Quicksilver.
Good elements of those.
Yeah, good elements.
Movies.
So I think big things are coming to the MCU as we know it. So I think there's going to be collision stuff happening.
Did any of you guys see that coming at all? Like, expect
you
that?
You didn't see that coming?
No, I had no idea.
I kind of like when like someone was at the door. I'm like, oh, maybe this is like her brother.
I mean, I figured it was Quicksilver. Like I told Bria, I was like, oh yeah, they've been joking about this. Of course, like it's probably gonna be Quicksilver. So it shows the back of her head, and like we look at each other and we're like, ha 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 ha. And then it cuts to his face, and you're like, and well, it cut to his face, and it was like half a second of me confused, and then I went, and then I was like,
gosh,
and I paused.
Dave, for your personal health, don't ever make that noise again.
I paused the show and was like, oh, Bree, and she thought I was like being stupid because we were joking about it being Quicksilver. She was like, okay, yeah, like, haha, like it's Quicksilver. And I was like, no, you don't understand what they did. Like you don't understand what they did, Bree. So I had to pause the thing and explain to her, like in like the stupidest, nerdiest way. I felt so dumb in the moment, but I was too excited too, because I did not see it coming at all. I think I told you guys later.
You didn't see that coming?
Gosh dang it.
This is our new catchphrase.
Counter. Like, we need a counter for how many times.
Large fries. 2 large fries. So I
just imagine like Tom Brady in the Super Bowl tomorrow, like 2 large fries.
Quicksilver.
That's it.
Touchdown celebration. You didn't see that coming.
So I was really excited about that, because I really liked him in X-Men. I'm kind of bummed that the other guy isn't there. I guess he wasn't that great, so I kind of wanted a chance at his redemption.
Kind of bad for Aaron Taylor.
I mean, I've liked him in some other stuff. You know, not a Knight's Tale.
A Knight's Tale.
Shanghai Knights, where he plays Charlie Chaplin as a little kid.
Yeah, he was young in that movie.
And then he was in Tenet too. He was good in
Tenet.
Yeah, he was good in Tenet.
I haven't seen this movie, but he did like
Wait,
John
who did he
Lennon.
play in Tenet?
He was.
He's the army dude.
Ives.
Oh, he was. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
I didn't even
bearded-
recognize him.
Yeah, yeah. You don't recognize him.
Yeah, yeah, because he wasn't great in Age of Ultron. I don't know if that was his fault. It probably wasn't. I think it was kind of more of a character flaw than anything.
You didn't see that coming? That he was bad in that movie?
Than an acting flaw.
But yeah, he did. He played John Lennon in like an early, before the Beatles, John Lennon role. I don't remember what the movie. I think it was called Nowhere Man or something. But it was like John Lennon before Beatles, and he played John Lennon.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he was ever approached for coming back and he said no, and then they went with X-Men, or if like their first thing was like, no, let's get the good Quicksilver that everyone loved, that was like, you know, a great character and kind of a, you know, shining beacon of of something that we can use.
I don't know. I mean, Aaron Taylor Johnson's Quicksilver. But right now,
what?
Oh, you were just making a weird face.
You guys were glitching
out
out again, but Will and I were just rolling with it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, blah, blah, blah. They could still bring him back. So I mean, who knows what'll happen?
So do you think?
But I'm happy. What?
Do you think that's actually Quicksilver then, or is it some? Because we were talking, friend of the show, Oliver, Will's best friend, was saying that, and I know you had mentioned this earlier about like Mephisto possibly being involved, and so thinking that it could be either some kind of malevolent entity, or if it is actually, you know, something in the multiverse that it's actually.
I think this one is something in the multiverse that is happening. I actually think that one. I don't remember his name, but he's like the head of Sword at right now, the present time. I think he's might be
the guy that had all the lasers
involved,
pointed at him.
Yeah, or involved somehow, because he seems pretty shady.
I don't think it's him. I think it's Catherine Hahn's character.
I think she's a character in the comics. Aunt Agatha, I think she's in the comics, because she even calls herself Auntie. Whatever. What's her name?
Are you talking about the hard drinking
Agnes,
lady?
yeah.
The hard drinking neighbor or whatever?
Yeah, I think she's
good people.
She's like a servant type role to Mephisto in the comics, so I think she's involved still. But I think that the character, the sword guy, I think he's either Mephisto or some type of role.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably in the minority here, but I'm gonna be really bummed out if it's a Marvel villain, and I know it's gonna be like some villain behind it all. Like I was really hoping for like something smaller scale with like it's like mostly just Wanda like dealing with like grief. Like I was kind of hoping like that was the whole direction they were gonna go with it.
I mean, I feel like that is a large direction of where this is going.
Yeah, I think that's
clearly
still part of it.
From this episode is what this is like stemming from, and like
Wanda's only done Wanda. The only thing Wanda hasn't done is Pietro. Like that's the only thing she hasn't done in the entirety of the universe. She's like, well, I didn't do that one. Like,
yeah,
and I don't think she made the Catherine Hahn's character break character either. Like those are maybe the two things, but everything else I think is Wanda. It's implied that it's Wanda.
Yeah, I think I think it's a combination of a lot of different people coming into making this weird
Westfield. What is it?
Westview.
Westfall.
Alternate dimension.
Westeros.
But this is right after this in timeline. This is after.
Yeah, it's
Endgame,
like right after Endgame would be.
It's after Endgame, but it's before. But
Spider-Man?
it's before Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Okay.
Oh, it is.
So this, yeah. So this
like right
takes place
after.
in like, I think, November of 2023, and Spider-Man: Far From Home takes place summer of 24.
Because it's
This
right
is like-
after this.
this
it's
is
right
like
after
a
everyone
month-
came back because Rambo came.
Yeah,
back.
this is like a month after Endgame when everybody came back.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. This show is probably like one of my favorite, or if not my favorite MCU like project.
I think it's like really well written and just
It's not as good as Thor 2, but
really well done.
depends how it ends.
Yeah. I'm actually excited. I'll probably end up. I want to rewatch. I don't like rewatching stuff too often, but I at least want to rewatch this last episode because I was like halfway zoned out during part of it, and I was like, oh man, it's getting really good, and I'm like, I kind of want to rewatch it.
It was a longer episode too.
Yeah.
I think it was the longest one.
But
because it was getting to the point where I was like, oh, it's gonna end it at such a crummy spot. And we're gonna have to wait another week, and it just kept going. I was like, wow, this is great.
What was the?
What?
I was gonna ask about the commercial. What was the commercial? Was it Lagos?
It was the Lagos.
What is that?
Because all of them have had like sinister.
Yeah, most of them in like Hydra kind of related things, or Stark Tech or whatever.
I think Lagos was a place that they were at.
Lagos is a country.
I think they were there in. Was it Civil War? Is that where they were?
Is that the one where they?
Or not a country? It's a city.
Is that the one where they like Wanda accidentally destroyed that
I think that might be where that was. Is that where that was?
I don't remember.
Maybe. So I'll clean up a mess.
Yeah, I think it. I mean, yeah, all the commercials have a very big significance to past MCU stuff and specifically Wanda. So I think Lagos is where they were.
Oh, at the beginning of Civil War, when like that thing blows up.
It.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like the writing has been super good. The acting, especially by Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany, has been like superb.
Yeah.
And
the dog's acting could have been a little bit better, but can't get everything right.
A little bit.
Did you notice when she comes out? Because in this episode, is it this? Yeah, it's this episode where Wanda comes out of the hex thing and like throws a drone at them that they were trying to like communicate with her. But she comes out and she like retains some of her accent.
Yeah, I noticed right away her accent was back.
That was a pretty cool detail.
Yeah,
because in the Westview sitcom world, she has
there's nothing there. Yeah, or at least not a Sokovian accent.
Yes, Sokovia.
And then she's fully aware. So she's now fully aware, right, that like she's making all this up at this point, or most of it. Because she wasn't aware of the first couple episodes.
No, she was completely aware the entire time.
I think she was. Yeah, she was just
faking it,
going with it.
Well, that's like 'cause she says no when she sees the and like kind of she's like cutting parts.
No, she reverses
the beekeeper
the film and is like, okay, we're gonna change this so it goes right.
Yeah,
she wants to keep this perfect.
Well, and with their dinner party in the first episode, it looks like she's just trying to ignore this guy like choking to death, but finally she's like, okay, help him out, and then things go back to normal after that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she's known all along what's happening.
And all these people, were they people that lived in the town, or were they people that got blipped and then came back? Because they're
sounds like people that just live in the town, right?
Yeah, they were real people.
Yeah,
and they're being held hostage.
I don't know if they were blipped or not.
Okay.
That's a good question.
It's possible to tell. I don't think it matters that much, right? Because their return was prior to this all going down. So
yeah, like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah. So she just took the entire town hostage basically and is like, okay, blipped or not, you're mine now.
I'm curious though because Agent Wu, Asian Jim, he was investigating a missing persons case. So I wonder who that was. Like if that had to do with
someone in the town.
Yeah, or Auntie Agnes or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It'll probably connect to whoever Catherine Hahn is, auntie, whatever, next door neighbor.
There's only 3 episodes left, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, this is where things get good. It's the last 3 episodes of the season.
Yeah. This is just a 1-season thing, right?
I think so, yeah. Because then this is going to
tie into Doctor Strange, right?
Well, it's going to tie into Spider-Man 3, which ties into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I can't remember which one comes out first, though.
I think Spider-Man 3 comes out first. It comes out this year, technically.
Dude, Spider-Man 3 is
Wait, really? It's supposed to come out now?
I think it's supposed to come out in December of this this
Have
year.
they even finished
Yeah.
filming?
They're
No,
almost
they're
done filming.
They're almost done.
I saw a report. I don't know if you guys saw this too. That what's his face was seen on set for probably another like flashback something or
Willem Dafoe.
yeah, Willem Dafoe.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that.
Somewhat
he
a
was
man
on
of.
set.
It's gonna be an interesting movie. An interesting.
Stop, Peter. Stop.
I'm looking
Multi-
forward to it.
Dude, he's so good. He's so good. So creepy.
I'm like a father to you. Be a son to me now.
I like Green Goblin. He was well. I mean, not like like oh yeah, he's cool, but in a
I want to be him. I love those movies.
Dude, especially the
First
third
two.
one. The third one's so
First
good.
two.
Like
The third one has some redeeming qualities.
the third one is a culmination of everything of Sam Raimi's.
Talk about the
vision.
copy of the third one that's completely unopened in your apartment.
Yeah. How many shrink wrap? Cop, don't open it, please.
Landon's like that's gonna be
Right
worth
there.
tens of dollars someday.
Dude, unwrapped. It's never been opened. It's never been opened.
And it probably
you've
should
never
stay
watched
that
it.
way.
Like up. Yeah, it's gonna stay that way.
Well, this is
My most prized possession.
this is gonna be great. You know, when you watch that movie again someday, and then you realize that you've been lying to yourself all these years about this movie that's actually horrible.
No.
No, at this
Wrong.
point, Landon is dying on that hill.
Yep.
Yeah, probably.
He's not gonna.
I
admit
can't
he's
think of a
wrong.
hill more worth dying on.
Oh gosh.
When I'm persecuted 20 years from now, and they're like, just renounce your faith in Spider-Man 3. Never.
You just start doing his dance.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you guys wanted to talk about this week?
Super Bowl's tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, Mick's favorite thing.
I'm a
Football.
I'm a big football fan.
You guys gonna, Mick and Will, you guys want to come over to my place, watch the game?
I'll have to check with my family, see what's going on.
I'll
I
have
don't
to
know.
check with my family too.
What about me, Landon?
Okay.
You said I just
Dave,
live
you wanna
like a
come
block
over?
away. Yeah, I'm on my way.
Probably get pizza, make some drinky drink.
Oh yeah, I'll come over.
2 large pizzas.
Yeah, 2 large pizzas. Yeah, just for Mick.
Yeah, Super Bowl tomorrow. Tampa Bay versus Kansas City. So
Go Bucks.
should
Go
be
Bucks.
should be pretty uneventful, but
Should be a
You know.
great game.
I hope someone wins.
where are they
Dude,
playing?
what if it's they're playing in Tampa Bay?
Wait, are you serious?
Yes, it's the first time.
This is the
in
first
history.
time, right?
Yep,
Oh,
yeah.
that's crazy.
The Bucks will have home field advantage,
And they're in
the
Florida,
Super
so they
Bowl.
probably do have people in the seats, right?
Yeah, dude, it's probably packed. Probably packed full of people.
Well, it's gonna be an interesting game. You know, if Tampa Bay wins, it's cool. Kansas City wins, it's cool. You know, there's no
Yeah, it's a win-win.
no
Either
bad
team
guys,
winning
no
is
bad
good.
guys in this one.
No bad guy.
So-
Will's
I
crying
hate
on the
both
inside.
teams. But I hate the Chiefs way more than the Bucks. So
I saw I saw today, I think was like an early released Super Bowl commercial. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but it's one with it's a Doritos one.
Ooh.
It's a Matthew McConaughey one. That's
Oh,
pretty funny.
Dude, I can't wait. I love Miss McConaughey.
Yeah.
Is it a Lincoln
Keep-
spoof?
keep- No,
I love his
No.
Lincoln commercials. They're so like unsettling. Like he's just like, you may never sit in the back seat. And like there's a second Matthew McConaughey in the back seat, and he's like, but you wish you had. And like both McConaughey start like laughing. It's like, what?
But you're also
Makes
like,
no
man, I wish I
sense.
had a Lincoln.
Yeah, like I wish. Oh, man.
no, yeah. Why do I want a Lincoln all of a sudden?
Yeah, like his like the Lincoln commercials are basically like his character from like True Detective, just saying like his weird lines. Like,
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, well, thank you
I
so
don't-
much for joining us this week. If there is nothing
You're
else,
welcome.
then
I don't sleep, I just dream.
you guys have a great rest of your week, especially you, Landon.
Yeah. Oh boy. So excited.
Okay, thank you
all right,
for listening. Bye.
Mick,
Bye.
Mick,
Bye.
Mick.
I'll have
Fresco.
two large fries.
please.
Extra salt.
Because I'm fat.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Hotkeys podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, CastBox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website, www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HKHotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. Finally, you can contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.